Are you ready to present the van to the world?
Not 100% sure, but I think we should do it right now.
We are in a really beautiful place, Iceland, and I think this is
the most scenic place to show it.
Yeah, and this is the beginning of our van life, so I think it's time. My name is Danny.
And I'm Leslie.
And we start a new chapter in our lives. We recently decided to full-time travel throughout Europe, and we decided the best way to do it, it's through van life.
So the last half year has been spent on building a van to travel throughout Europe.
And in this video, we're gonna show you a tour throughout our van, our house. By the way, the name of the van is
Hus,
which means
Icelandic for house.
So I think it's appropriate. Yeah, let's start our tour.
The van tour.
The van tour. Just a little thing before we start showing the van. We've been living on the van for like almost a month, and also it's not completely finished. While giving the tour, we'll show you where it's not finished.
So the reason why we already came to Iceland before it was finished is because we had to rush. We've booked a boat.
We booked a boat.
Also, I believe if you live in it, then you really start to see the things that are wrong with it.
Oh yeah,
that you have to change. And already some things that we really saw.
Yeah, we have things to change, but the unfinished part is because we didn't have time because of the boat.
That's the main reason.
That's the main reason. That's the main reason. Let's start our van tour in the front, where we spend most time driving the van.
It's not much to talk about it, but it's a normal van build. The only thing that we changed is the roof liner here. It's also dark. That is aesthetic with the back of the van.
All the van has this kind of carpet all over it. It's just more cozy to live in.
2017 Fiat Ducato didn't have a lot of the kilometers on the odometer. Think about it, with 50,000 kilometers. It's the strongest of the lineup, so 200 horsepower. No 4x4, unfortunately.
We are also not planning on driving the van through.
It has been handling pretty good.
Yeah. In the F-roads in Iceland, it's been behaving good, so it's a strong van.
It's a 3-seater.
3-seater, yeah.
Because there's all the 3 beds in the back, air conditioning.
Air conditioning. There's this thing that to hold the phone. It's pretty handy. I think it's just a little bit far away from the wheel, but that's about it. It's a van.
One more thing, the heater is down there.
Oh yeah,
connected directly to the fuel tank. A lot of vans have to put diesel separately, but I put it into the fuel tank, so then you don't have to worry about it ever.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
The front of the van.
The front of the van?
Yeah.
Back of the van. Okay. It's a bit of a tight space. You can come in if you fit. No, we both fit. Leslie built this thinking of 3 people. That's why behind me there's a bed. So me and Leslie sleep in there, and when there's a guest over, sleeps in here. We for almost 3 weeks or more than 3 weeks.
A little bit more, a little bit over.
Yeah, more than 3 weeks. We had a friend of ours, Celine, and she slept on this bed. Van life with 3 people, it's a bit much.
But it's
doable.
Yeah.
It's doable, but it's a bit much. Especially I like everything clean, and 3 people, it's a whole lot of mess. So this is one bed. These mattresses, it's all the same. It's like this cushions. It's handmade cushion. I think you should tell the story just briefly what happened with this cushion.
Yeah, I ordered them at a specific size. You can see this one is a little bit too big. You already see it. And they are all like 1 to 2 centimeters too big than I ordered them. So it's not perfect, and the company is not really responding too much about it.
Yeah, so the pillows are too big, and every day we struggle to put them into place, but it's doable. Underneath all beds, we have compartments, which just storage. This one has all the electricity, which, by the way, we have 2 solar panels and
the DC-DC converter, 5 kilowatts of power, an outside charger, and a 12-volt system.
Yeah, and basically we never run out of electricity. It's always and it's connected with an alternator too.
Yeah, that's a DC-DC converter.
Okay.
It's a connection to the front battery. Whenever you are driving, the van charges the batteries, and it has been insane. Just to give you an example, we are in Iceland right now, where it's most days, like, it's a lot of rain and a lot of cold and dark days. It hasn't run out yet. Not a single day.
No, not a single day. We didn't even charge the van. It's like
don't plug it in the campsite.
we don't. And on that side is another storage space. It doesn't have anything. Up here we have our cabinets where we put our clothes. This is mine. This is Leslie's. It's organized. Yes, it's organized. I can show it. So yeah, we just put our clothes here. Yeah, the situation with the Christmas lights, they are just here. I started a project and I don't know how to hang them, so they're just there. So this is our bed. It's big as hell, but in length I think you struggle a little bit more than me.
It's 185
because it's literally his height. So
yeah.
he cannot like have space in the head or feet. So it's a bit struggle, but I think it's okay. I think we have to present our two special things.
Yeah.
So you're gonna see in a future vlog, I save him from a shelter, and this is Jasper, is the cutest thing ever, and is my pet.
And this is Dumbo, and Dumbo also is saved from a shelter. Hi.
And they are best friends.
Yeah.
Only the plushies. Not us.
Not us, no.
Not us.
Just the pollution.
Just the plushies. The bed, it's the same. It has the same cushions, but this is a struggle because we always have to do this every day, and I'm gonna do it in the end of the video because it's really complicated and I don't want to mess with this right now. But this right here underneath, it's a table, and we can put these cushions on the side, make it as seats, and have the table up so we can work. So this is a bed and a table. So every day we are making it a bed, making it a table. It's a whole process. And underneath the right and the left side are more storage spaces, but I'm going to show you from the other side because it's way easier. And one last thing, the heater in the front of the van underneath the seat comes out on this hole right here next to the fridge. And talking about the fridge that is down here, we only have two magnets, one from Belgium, another one from Iceland. We forgot Faroe Islands, but we're gonna go there again, so it's gonna be there. What can you say about the fridge?
70 liters, a huge fridge, Dometic, very good brand. I really love it, and it's a 12-volt fridge. Maybe show the inside as well.
Yeah, show the inside. Come on. It's clean because I cleaned it. And it's also full with food because we are in the north and there's not a lot of stores around here, so...
Also a freezer up top.
Yeah, a 7-liter freezer.
7-liter freezer.
I love the lock on the fridge. It's easy and it doesn't open while we are driving. As well as these cabinets. I don't know how you did it. By the way, I think I didn't say this, but Leslie did everything on this van. I just watch. Yeah, him and his father. But these drawers, they safely close and open so easily that I love it, and they never open while we are driving. But on this one we just have our most used things, cups, cutlery and bowls, spices, and our mugs, our special mugs. I made these mugs, one with Leslie's name, another one with my name for his birthday, because we've been planning for this like almost 2 years ago. It's been
2 years ago I was like, hey, you want to do van live?
Yeah, let's do it. And yeah, it's been a long time. No, show the last one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Below here there's another one. This is the big drawer, we call it. It's like a food storage drawer. It has food, plates, pots and pans and everything you can imagine.
We bought jars for everything. I try to keep it disorganized with all the food in here. We have storage back in the van, you're gonna see in a second. I prefer having all the food that we use here than in the back because it's raining and we have to go back and it's a whole lot of things.
Not completely finished yet, but that's for next.
The inside is not finished. You can close it, and now you can show the upper one. It has a mechanism that it's always breaking, but we just figured it out why it's always breaking.
Yeah.
It's just because we pull it and we should not pull it. Trash can, you don't need to show the trash.
There's the gas canister down here. Here we have some cleaning supplies.
Yes. We bought this thing to keep all the cleaning supplies inside because he was just thrown everywhere, and I was like, no, let's get a box. Everything organized. And also back there we have the boiler of the hot water. Yeah, that's it. Up here we have our beautiful counter that needs a little bit more varnish because it's not fully waterproof. We learned that by some water that fell on here and we didn't clean it and the wood swallow. Like, I think you can see from this plank that
it used to be straight.
Used to be straight, yeah. Now it's completely bent.
It's a good idea as a cutting board, as you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
cutting board that covers our sink. It's a beautiful thing. It has two functions, one to just wash whatever, and another one that it's kind of a shower, and we'll show the shower in a second. And yes, we have a shower in the van and also a toilet. Okay, let's put this back. Bananas, also important. Christmas lights. Let me scoot over here. This is our stove.
2-burner stove, very simple gas system. Maybe we can turn it on. I think the gas is still on. Very easy.
Yeah.
Works pretty well.
Yeah. And when we have this on, we always have to turn our vent that is up here.
So there's like kind of an exhauster in the bus.
It's not kind of exhauster, it's an exhauster.
Yeah, because it also pulls air out of the bus.
It pulls air out and in. For example, if it's really hot inside, we can pull it out or in. It's really amazing. I love this. And again, I'm gonna scoot over here to show you this thing.
Man, it's gonna fall.
This connects to the front. This is just like a window to the front. We shouldn't do this, but normally if we want to go to the front, we just scoot over here and go to the front. And this is our way to connect the back from the front. Let's close it back. In this corner, I'm gonna let the man himself that built it talk about what is in here.
It's a very simple system, but I find it very important. This is a safety device to test if there's carbon dioxide, if there's exhaust gases or gases inside the van, and then it makes a noise when it detects any of those gases, just for safety. Down here is the controller for the heater, so you just press the button and the heater goes on. This is the system that monitors the battery level, and I love this one. Infinite hours. Battery is 100% full because we just had a drive. We're making 3 watts right now.
3 watts.
Yeah.
I think the main thing that consumes in the van is the fridge, right?
Fridge, exactly. Yeah.
The fridge. When the only thing running, because if we turn on the heater or other things, it will consume even more. But yeah.
220 plug there with 2 USB ports on the top. We have 3 220 plugs in the van. This is the button for the boiler to turn off and on the boiler. And then this button has not been connected to anything. I'm planning to put another light in the van. And then this one down below here connects to the LED lights in the ceiling. And then you have these nice LED lights to light up the van.
It doesn't look like much right now because it's during the day and there's a lot of sunlight, but this is definitely enough for us to be in here and see it.
Yeah, so, absolutely.
But yeah.
Still enough? That was it?
A few more things just that I want to point out. I love this window and I love that it has curtains because at night we just like so, and it stays closed. But right now I need lights to film the van, so I'm just gonna do this.
Over time these curtains will go smoother, but it's a very hard material because we don't want sunlight to enter.
So yeah, we just want to keep the van as dark as possible when we are sleeping. Another thing to point out, it's this little space up here that's still a little bit unfinished, but it works pretty well because we have our chairs here and other stuff that we can use. For example, on this corner, if you scoot over, because I didn't want, don't go. For example, we have like in this box our hygiene stuff. It's just easy and handy to just take it out, grab it and go. And this is always happening also, like if we just touch it with our legs, the cabinet opens. It's just something that we have to deal with it. Another thing that you can probably see on the camera, can you come here so that they can have more light? It's this beautiful ceiling. I think this is one of the most beautiful things in the van. I love it. The style
of it calls it the sea.
The sea?
Yeah, he says it's like the sea because you have waves in.
Yeah. This, not gonna lie, it triggers a little bit my OCD because I prefer like having everything straight. Yeah. But they are not the same thickness. They are thicker and thinner. Yeah. So, but it's beautiful. I love it. It's not just black. It has this thing. Yeah. So, yeah. And the only thing that is left to show you in the van, it's this little seat. It's a beautiful seat, right? This angle looks terrible, but I just want to show you this. This is a plus seat if you want to sit down here and while someone is cooking or whatever, but this holds a very important secret. Reveal it.
There we go.
1 and 2. Ta-da!
Here you have a toilet. It's also a shower basin. There's no curtain yet, but in the future you can hang up a curtain here, shower yourself in here with the hose from the kitchen.
We just pull out the hose from the sink and attach it to the ceiling here and put the curtains, and voila, you have... And this is like waterproof, so you can shower in here comfortably. And yeah, this is a toilet. I'm not gonna open it, just a potty pot, a toilet. So that's it. Okay, this is the only thing that you can see in the van that is not finished.
Yeah.
It's the only visual thing because there's other things that you cannot see unless you know. Can you close the door, please? So, if the camera allows, this is the only door that is not finished. There's stuff missing like the other ones, but you'll see the other doors, but these ones don't have the coating, and this is the only thing that is left to do. Yeah. A little quick thing before I show you the back of the van. I do this every single night. I put this blanket here on top of the curtains just to protect me from the cold because I sleep here. I like sleeping next to these doors. Although this is very good insulated, I did it myself, so I know that it's really good insulated. It still transmits cold from the windows, so I just put this here. But right now I'm gonna take it off because I'm gonna show you the back of the van. Okay, now talking from the back of the van. In here we have two foldable electric bicycles that we take on our journeys, like you saw on the Belgium video. We took them. Also we have a
Water tank, 90 liters with a, well, I'm really very proud of this. It's like a home, it's like a pressure pump. So it has a valve in there with a balloon that fills up, and then you have always pressure on the water.
and a little bit more spaces for our bags and stuff, but I think that's it.
No.
What?
You forget the most important part from the back.
Oh, the coffin.
My father and me call this the vault and the coffin.
Coffin.
No, you called it the coffin.
No, it's the coffin. Let's give it the coffin. You will understand.
Well, originally we called it the vault.
Okay, but it's the coffin. You understand why. Come on. Don't tell me that this is not a coffin.
It's a storage space actually, and an outside table as well. So it's
Yeah.
two in one. Then in the future there's going to be another thing on here, but for now we put this
Yeah,
wooden
we put
planks.
this very quickly, and right now this is the front one. It's the food storage. We have little things in there,
This is like pools and barbecue and all this kind of stuff that you need.
and there's one important thing that we have to say. It's that this thing holds
220 kilos.
220 kilos. So this could be like a
Diving board.
diving board, something. So yeah, this is a really cool coffin. So yeah, I'm gonna show you how we set up the bed now because that's a whole ordeal. So let's go inside because it's cold. Can you close it? Yeah. So now we're gonna do the table. I'm gonna put this fast forward because it's gonna be a process. So
1, 2, 3. Let's go.
so okay, it's done. Ta-da.
Take them off.
Yeah, because now we have space, but when we are with other people, it's a bit harder. Another thing, this is just a normal table. We normally put our computers and stuff down there just because we also have power plugs down here that we can charge our phones without being here on top of the counter. And one thing that Leslie created on this table that I think it's really smart, it's this bent, because if you're here, close it. If you are here and you want to go where Leslie is, I can't because there's this thing and I cannot fit here. So there's this bend in the table so we can safely cross. You can come. You see? It's still a little bit hard, but you can screw over. Look how beautiful. It's nice. Nice. Let's go. Yep. And that was it. That was our van tour. I hope you guys enjoy our house and our van. We are gonna travel with Hoos. Huus. It's really hard. Icelandic names are really hard to pronounce, and just Huus. I will put it on the screen so you guys can see how it is. Follow my vlogs. I'm gonna keep vlogging while living on this beauty. Subscribe to this man. He has a new channel which is called
Less is more.
and he's gonna do videos about the van, how he built it and stuff. It's not ready yet.
No, it's
But-
gonna be for beginning of next year. So
Okay, beginning of next year. Go there, subscribe so you already are subscribed when he posts something. Subscribe to me also if you
if you want.
if you enjoy, if you feel like it's not a big of a deal, but if you want. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I want to keep this simple and short, so leave a like and see you on the next one.
Bye bye.
Do you know my outro? Do you know my outro? No. This little Portuguese guy says bye.
This big Belgian guy says goodbye.
You're big in Belgium?
No, I'm small.
Okay. That's why I'm saying. This was a quick outro. Normally my outros take like 5 minutes to make, so nice. A point for me.
Applause for this man. Nobody.
Hello. Hi. We decided to start. We decided things so you can. Don't make sounds while I'm talking. It's gonna be weird while editing. My name is Leslie.
You're Leslie?
Fuck. Sorry.
Time I would make it a little bit bigger. Like then you can just make encavements in the wall where you have an extended bed. It's gonna be 190. Or you make the bed like this, but then you lose a lot of space over here.
I'm making a van tour. I'm not trying to build a new one. Just a van tour.
Oh.
Yeah, we especially during this sunlight. It is.
Did we also talk about the electricity system here?
Wait. Talk counter and then. And this is
The show off of the project?
our tour van. It was good?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, nice.